Unk.
Oh, you can't call me that. That is not on. I'm 22 years old. Calling me Unk, I feel like is...
Well, surely you got to be like 26 or something to be Unk.
Oh, what's her name? Venezuela Fury.
Okay.
Just got engaged. So Tyson Fury's daughter.
I'm happy for her.
She's 16.
Oh! I want to bring us back to Curly just for a second. Sorry to keep going on about it.
We should have had him like stuffed. I want him to like...
Blood clot! Why did you say that?
Because I know if I hung on to it, Mum would not forgive herself for like the next year. So I was like, if I don't tell them, because I was like, at the end of the day, if I think about it, I'm not that hurt by it. Like, it's not affected me that much. I'll probably forget about it in the next year.
Are we going? Are you...
Jenna, my best friend. She's the prettiest girl that I've ever seen.
I've seen a lot of this as well. 13 going on 30, right? New musical. It's in Manchester, though. What's going on with that? I thought it was going to be on in London.
Well, they're testing it. Like,
Yeah, I know.
burlesque.
Also, we have some new information. First of all, welcome back to the 14 Again podcast. I'm Harvey, that's Max, and that over there is, of course, the wonderful, talented,
really tired.
and tired Tilly. But we have one more person to introduce because he is on camera and mic'd up.
Oh, yeah.
It's
He's got a
James
mic.
Dobby Dobson.
This is a change for
I
the
did not
worse.
know he had a mic.
All hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm genuinely excited because beforehand we usually just rope you in and hope that people can hear you, but now it's like...
Yes.
Wasn't
I
this
have
the promise for
control.
100k?
I think we actually originally said that if a video gets like 20k likes or something that we'd do it, but
How many of them do you reckon just ate their phones because they saw Dobby on the pod? Like legit.
What,
Comment-
So, no, he made an appearance in a slightly earlier members episode, but if you're not a member, you possibly wouldn't have known about that. But this is Dobby's, I think, first official appearance on the podcast.
He's sat in every now and again.
I know he has popped
yeah,
his head
but
in,
this
but
is,
like,
I've now realised that this is not as... Well, you guys were supposed to be in the back, right?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, this is like my little webcam, if no one made that clear enough.
if
I
it's
Yeah.
just you, I'm happy because
yeah,
that's.
I mean,
hot.
you guys are like there
Ew.
in aura.
He just
Yeah.
just called you hot.
Fair.
Feels out of character for you.
Yeah.
I got jealous for a second.
What? Calling Dobby hot?
Yeah.
Nah, he is. Look at
We
him.
can stop now.
I now realise I have to be looking in like literally 8 different directions now because there's
Hey,
camera
that's okay.
there.
You got it. You're
There's
a
audio
talented
there,
guy.
a camera there, and a camera there.
Listen,
Just-
I wanted to induct you slightly before we moved on because there's been a lot going on in the world. First of all, this is going to be relevant, I promise.
Okay.
I posted a roller coaster video recently. I'm very passionate about that.
Well
right?
done, well done.
Hear me out.
Okay.
It's led to a load of great things. It's led to, Efteling got involved. They commented on my post. Digital Dan, a guy that I regularly watch the videos of and love his content, reached out and wants to film a video with
Hello,
me.
Daniel.
So fucking ecstatic about that. But what I was going to say was that Dobby has also recently been, I guess, embracing a passion of his, which is cleaning cars.
Oh yeah, the side hustle's coming along.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask him whether or not he would actually be interested in not only turning it into a personal business of yours, but also filming it. Because
that
I
was
think
my
people,
intention.
I think people would watch it.
I would watch it.
I would watch it. I would watch it. So that's is my intention.
But then
that's
is there
fun.
like an equivalent that you could like get? Like, are there other car cleaning creators that you're aware of, or
yeah,
is that
there's a few.
okay?
You know the
Do you watch car cleaning like satisfying videos? Are they your satisfying
You know
videos?
the towel I just put on my story.
Yeah.
He has his own one. He has a really nice Porsche.
Oh, okay.
I want him to hire me, and then I go clean his car for a living.
Well, there you go.
I feel bad for you having to talk over your shoulder
Yeah,
to
I
a
know.
group of people.
I did realize that this is awkward. Do I just not look at you guys?
Ju-
I
just
think,
stay
I
that
think
way.
We'll workshop the angle. We'll see
Yeah,
how it
I
does
know,
for this
yeah.
episode,
And,
and
I,
then
I do have a question.
Okay.
Where do we draw the line of when do I chip in and when do I not? Because right now it's really unclear.
I think we'll come to you if we
Okay.
feel like we need
That-
you.
that-
if you
that's good.
if you have a
Speak when-
decent knowledge on it,
Okay,
we'll give you
cool.
a shout.
Speak when spoken to.
That
I
makes
got
us
it.
sound I don't
Don't
know.
worry, Dobby, I'm the
That's
same. I'm the
fascist.
same.
It's a lot clearer for me.
Me and Dobby
I
were on
like-
the same page.
I like a good set of clear instructions.
Okay, fair enough.
Film and yes.
Realistically, if I had it my way, I'd have you speaking the whole time.
Okay,
but
cool.
unfortunately, I think for the sake of the podcast, we possibly should.
That's all good with me. That's all good.
Okay.
Anyway, speaking of passions, a certain show has just been announced to be coming to town.
What was that? Can we just
I don't
address
know.
that?
I've done it a few times. Sometimes I go for the leg up and then I go, what the fuck am I doing? And put it back down.
No, that was very
Carry
good
on.
of you. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
A
It's
show
great show.
that all three of us love very much. We've all been
Is
fortunate
it?
to see it. What?
Alex Brightman.
We don't know yet.
know.
He's
I
the guy.
swear he said he wanted to do it if it came to the UK.
Yeah, so for anyone wondering, Alex Brightman is the man who originally played Beetlejuice on Broadway. He's absolutely insanely talented. And
Did
we've
I
all-
see him or did I see the cover? I saw
You
him.
saw Alex, yeah. And so
He was so
Tilly
good.
has been always talking about how much she loves Lydia as a role. I'm sure that's something that you'd want to do in the future.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of using it as like an audition song? Have you practiced it at all? Like Dead Mum, which is the big song from Beetlejuice?
No, I've not really used it as an audition song because there's nothing I've really like.
It's quite a weird sing that
Yeah.
one as well, isn't it? Like the notes aren't very satisfying. I like the song. I think it's a good story, but actually in terms of showing off someone's talent, it's almost too difficult to be worth it. Am I saying the right thing? Do you agree?
Yeah, I just think it's also a bit like even though it doesn't really, when you're in an audition, it doesn't really matter like the story behind it. It is just a bit of a weird storyline for an audition.
I see
You've
that,
normally
but
got like somewhere, and it's like they're really happy. Sorry.
no.
Dead
I
Mum.
love that you commit to it.
Mom.
But I actually think that Dead Mum, which we shouldn't keep saying over and over again, is actually a really showcasey song in a way because it shows a lot of like growth throughout the song.
Yeah.
Which if you are doing the full song, sometimes you're not, but if you are, I think it shows a lot. So it's definitely a great role and something I'd love to see Tilly do at some point. But I think you might have to be a little bit older before you.
Yeah, I think you have to be like either 16 or 18.
Yeah, somewhere around that age.
Hopefully it stays
Is
in
there
that long.
Vaseline in here?
That's a big ask.
Probably not. There's a
yeah.
candle. We could melt some
There's
wax.
A few candles, possibly no Vaseline. Are you saying that for yourself or for one of us?
Can
For
I put
me.
hot wax on your face?
For me, I've got dry lips because it's like coming to autumn, winter.
Would you like to sort that out real quick?
No, it's alright. I was just
Okay.
wondering just in case.
Tilly's going to stay chapped for the viewers. That's commitment.
I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're very excited about Beetlejuice. I just wanted to say it
Yes.
because I'm going to say it every podcast until they reach
Say
out
it
or
3
something. I don't know.
times.
Yeah, we will. If you want to meet us in when is it? Like May next year or something, or is it sooner than that?
Yeah, we will probably be at one of
we
those
will
shows.
be at Beetlejuice.
But, hang on, but are we giving them too much promotion before they've agreed any sort of deal with us in terms
All
of
I
what-
care about.
Because that'll be us selling tickets for them, and then there's no commission. There's
I don't want commission. I want the show
I don't
to
want commission
stay.
either. I don't want commission.
I
either.
want the show to stay in London. That's
Yeah.
all I
I
care
want
about.
it to stay for at least 4 years because then my chance will come.
and then leave as soon as you're able to get the job.
No.
You could always they do it. I think they're gonna have, it seems, a stint every Halloween in Broadway anyway, because it would make sense, kind of like how they do Elf at Christmas. They'll probably do a stint on Broadway every year. So eventually, if they keep doing that, you could always just try and audition for the 2 or 3 month stint that they
Broadway
might do.
stint,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. That could be a cool opportunity at least. Anyway, we are always looking for, things that are happening on the internet, understanding what's going on. Max and I'll be honest, aren't completely clued in, although we do try to remain.
I miss a lot.
Unk.
Oh, you can't call me that. That is not on. I'm 22 years old. Calling me Unk, I feel like is.
Well, surely you gotta be like 26 or something to be unk. Like
What would you actually say? Don't mess with me here.
Like, pretty much your age
No,
onwards.
fuck off.
we're not unk.
You
Pretty-
gremlin.
well, because you're
troll.
A lot of people
kind of
look-
out of touch nowadays.
How am I out of
People
touch?
Look at us as children still when we.
Because you act like it,
we do
yeah,
act
but-
like it a little bit, to be fair.
You're kind of out of touch nowadays, and that's
I think you'll find I'm
the
a
beginning
respected,
of the definition of
distinguished
unk.
gentleman.
I'm not fucking unk. Dobby's an unk with his beard.
Aren't you guys older than Dobby?
Yeah, we are older than
I
Dobby.
think it's a aura thing.
It's the beard.
Yeah.
The beard. The
No,
beard
no,
brings so
it's-
much.
Unk status is when, whether you're, thinking about taxes and stuff like that, then that's
facts.
unk status, I think.
Facts.
And as you may be well aware, we commit tax fraud, so we're fine. We're not thinking about it yet. But what I was going to
We'll get
say,
in trouble for that one day.
no, we obviously don't. But I wanted to ask you, and we had a meeting about this yesterday, as we always do with the podcast, what should we be talking about? What's happening on the internet? And Tilly mentioned something that was completely not on my radar, but as I looked into it, was clearly on a lot of other people's radar, which was that very unfortunately recently a girl called Zuza had passed away because she'd been having an ongoing, I think it was 11-year battle with cancer, which is just
Some form
insane.
of
How old
leukemia,
was
I
she?
think.
14?
14, yeah.
Like,
Devastating.
horrible stuff. And I'm amazed because of, after doing a search on her, how many people she'd reached, how many people were in love with her and in love with her content, but also how, open and raw it was. And I was genuinely impressed that level of maturity, and no discredit to you, but that level of maturity coming from a 14-year-old in some of the videos I saw was just next level.
It did also shock me and gave me a bit of hope with how nice overall people were towards her, because actually
100%.
someone like that on social media, if there's any minor, insecurity or something to point out, people will pounce on that shit, no matter the circumstance, no matter how they think the person on the opposing end will feel about it. It's horrific. However, I think she had such a tight-knit, strong community around her that it was like, you can't get near her.
And you definitely saw more of this than we ever did, because we only found out, well, I only found out because you mentioned it to me. I think Max said that he saw it on a live stream recently and had to be informed about it as well. But what was your point of view of it? How often were you seeing her content?
I don't actually know. Well, because she did a lot of obviously she was in the Glow House, for anyone that is on TikTok quite a lot. So she did obviously a lot of collabs with people like that. So like I did see her quite often, to be honest.
Does the Glow House do well?
Yeah.
Okay. They're America,
It's-
right?
It's kind of like the Hype House,
Okay.
but with teenage girls.
Just girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like the Glow House? Are they a bit...
Yeah.
They're not like controversial or anything? Because I know a lot of houses like that can be, but...
I think they might be a bit, but I'm not like fussed by them in a bad way.
But anyway, we obviously don't want to stray too far, because the point of it was, we obviously understand a little bit about, Zuza's experience through our own friend, Evie, who also posts regularly about her health on the internet. And it is so interesting, like how Max said that this tight-knit community came together for Zuza in the same way that it has for Evie. But there's also a lot of complications that come with that as well, because the internet can be horrible at times, and a lot of people do feel as though someone like that doesn't deserve the attention that they're getting.
Yeah. I think that there are complications, but also not at the same time. I think in a lot of places it helps, spread the word, and also other people that don't necessarily know how to deal with something like, a loss of a family member due to cancer or due to some other health illness. A lot of people, we forget, still don't know how to deal with that emotion. So when that hits them for the first time, and if they don't have a place to go like social media with all these other people experiencing a similar thing, and they can, talk to someone through probably Zuza's channel in terms of dealing with grief and that sort of thing, it can be ridiculously hard for those people to go on, how do I want to say this, like fulfillingly with life. Because they'll always feel like there's something missing, which there is. And I never want to take that away from someone that is going through grief. But I think as well, actually, the three of us look at death in a very, not strange way, but a very different way to most.
I would make an argument that grieving is different for everyone. And I want to ask Tilly about this as well, because obviously publicly, the most you've sort of grieved was obviously when our cat Curly died. And for a lot of people, that is a very tricky thing. And you obviously did that very publicly, which a lot of people don't have to, or maybe even get to do, because I think in a weird way, and tell me if I'm wrong, there might even be something helpful about grieving publicly if there's a positive response. Am I wrong?
Not really.
What was your So when the video of you went out about you know, having a bit of a cry about Curly passing, what was your
Having a bit of a cry.
well,
Sorry.
so, yeah, I maybe didn't put that in the most. Yeah, I know, but at the end of the day, like it was a few weeks after, and I think the emotion of really openly talking about it did change your not your mind about it, because you'd obviously cried about it before, but I don't know, it was a
God,
different
had I?
situation.
Sorry.
I saw you.
She was doing it for the cameras.
Yeah. But my question is, like, what was your takeaway from having that such a public thing happen?
I don't really. I don't.
Did it change your brain chemistry towards the situation
No.
in any way? Seeing the comments from people saying, "OMG,
Obviously,
hope you're
like,
doing like."
that helped, but like for my mindset, it didn't really do anything.
Okay.
Like I was like, for me, for my mindset, it's like he's dead. You're never gonna see him again. That's it.
Yeah.
And that actually leads me on to the point I was going to make about the three of us, which, you know, I hope this doesn't get taken in a bad way, because obviously everyone deals with everything differently. We, as the three of us, deal with death quite, how would you put it, Harvey? Like, well, I would say flat on, like as it is. There's, you know, you've just got to deal with it. Life is life. People die sometimes. Depending on the situation, yes, might be horrific, and, you know, all love and thought goes to whoever goes through horrendous things like death. But whenever we have, you know, either, and I want to give something as quite a good example, was when we've actually not talked about this publicly yet, but was it the start of this year or was it last year, the end? I think it was start of this year, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Paul had a cancer scare.
Yeah.
And it was quite a serious one, like sort of, you know, things being removed from his body level. I won't go too detailed into it, but we, as all of us, as a family, I remember, honestly, in terms of getting into a slump about it and overthinking things, I think we all did quite well. I remember having a chat with you and Leo about it. We had a couple of chats about it, about what we'd do, about how we'd approach the situation.
I think it helps us to be very matter of fact about it.
That's what I was looking for, was matter of fact. When I was trying to describe the word, I was like, hang on, I'm missing the phrase, but that was it, is matter of fact.
Because at the end of the day, it is really, really hard to rationalize the fact that you can't change certain things. That's never going to be easy. But by taking control of what you can control is so rewarding in so many ways, whether that be, okay, we've been given some information, let's just focus on what's important to us, having been given that information, rather than wasting time worrying about the things we can't change. And sometimes there's a lot that you can do and a lot that you can change, but if there's something that's written in the stars or whatever, I couldn't think of a better phrase.
If you get the slip that says you've got cancer,
you
go, right, well, we deal with that then. And there was actually a couple of times that we basically did almost sort of get that slip through on Paul. They actually did multiple tests, and I ended up carting him back and forth from Oxford to hospital, because I sort of had to lock in and look after him, because everyone else did have to crack on with daily life. But, you know.
Well, I was just going to say, it was quite close to Curly, so I think for all of us,
as well, yeah.
we were like,
Everyone's dipping.
Well, no, my thought process was, with Curly, I was like, he's gone. Like, there's nothing I can do about it now. With Dad, I was like, at that point, we hadn't even had the proper confirmation that it was cancer. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, when we first got told, I was like, that wasn't what I was expecting from the conversation. But then I was like, as much as I'm scared for him and hope it like doesn't turn out as that, I wasn't that devastated about it.
And I get it, because especially because also the bad thing technically hasn't happened yet, and you don't know anything other than the information, but Paul's still alive. So, and that's our dad, for anyone who doesn't know, just for the record, we call him Paul, so everyone
and to be
knows
fair,
what's going on.
Because not to, claim it as if maybe we don't think very differently. Now that I've been thinking about it, I'm sure loads of people, whenever they get, news like that, they do just attack a situation and try and do everything in their power to, you know, do the best they can to keep the person they love alive. Because I think most people's natural reaction would be that. But I do think a lot of people get in their own heads too quickly of all the most, you know, worst case scenarios and anything that could possibly go wrong within those situations. And it's like, well, hang on, delete that for a sec. Focus on now, not what could happen, is my opinion on things like death and all that.
I think.
Go on, go. No, you go. No, please, you go. You go.
It's just because I tried to speak before him as well, and then.
Honestly, it's fine. It's
I
a
was
weird
just
one.
gonna say, I think with Curly, that helped a lot with actual like just life things. Because even when Mum and Dad got the time wrong for like NYMT, my show that they missed, I think. What?
Just a funny little jabs.
Yeah.
No, it was just all I was gonna say is in the moment I was so like overwhelmed and upset that they'd done that. I think I probably cried for genuinely like 1 minute, and then I went, there's nothing they can do, there's nothing I can do. I'd rather all of us feel better about it and forget about it than me, because I know if I hung on to it, Mum would not forgive herself for like the next year. So I was like, if I don't tell them, because I was like, at the end of the day, if I think about it, I'm not that hurt by it. Like, it's not affected me that much. I'll probably forget about it in the next year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why, because I had to say to them over and over, like, it's fine, I don't care, like, it's over now, it's done, nothing can be done, like, it was a mistake, things happen. I would have rather them missed that than something else.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd for every show I've done, that's probably one of the best things they could have missed. Do you know what I mean? Out of everything else.
Yeah.
It's slightly different to death. But
No, but
No, but
I
I'm
get
just
how she's
saying.
rationalizing
I'm
it though,
just
because
joking.
because
You
you're right.
weren't funny though.
Yeah. but okay, and this is where we kind of play the field a little bit, because he kind of goes, all right, make a joke, it makes it all fine. But in your mind, sometimes you need a little bit more balance than that. Like, not everyone reacts well to just instantly going to jokes.
Well, that was almost an insult though.
No, I know, and that's why it's important to talk those things out sometimes, because
Such an idiot.
you two more than anyone know how to piss each other off, and that's how we get to these places. And sometimes I'll just stand in the middle of you two and go, you're both annoying each
It's
other.
quite fun now that I've learned how to annoy you.
Yes,
Just-
it is.
Because you know what it is? Doing what you do to other people.
Yeah.
You don't think anyone will do it back. But now I've started doing it back, it annoys you, doesn't it?
What'd you do back?
Everything I've ever done. Like, the last few times you've got annoyed at me, it's because I've done something that you normally do to me.
Damn, son.
Well
Get
done.
schooled.
Good learning. I've taught you well.
But I want to get us back on
My
track.
win.
We've hang on. Yeah. Whoa. We've digressed.
that
We've
your
digressed.
win?
We've digressed. Can we come back for a second? Because I want to bring us back to Curly just for a second. Sorry to keep going on about it,
We should
but
have had him, like, stuffed. I want him to, like...
Blood clot. Why did you say that?
I want to have him.
Wanted to have him.
I want him.
no, because I agree with you, and this was the really difficult thing for me.
I don't want him stuffed.
When Curly passed, we all had, in a weird way, a lot of time to process it before he even died, because we were told a week or two before he was put down that he might have to be put down. And then about 3 days before, we kind of knew, didn't we?
No.
Or was it the day
no.
before? Was it the day before?
What happened was, I think it was like a Wednesday, we got told he was going to have to be. We were going to do it on Sunday so Leo could get back from school. We then had to do it on Friday, Thursday.
Yeah, because it was
Because
just
it
too
happened-
horrible to keep him alive,
Yeah.
basically.
Because he was,
probably wouldn't have.
well, no, I was going
Yeah.
to say he was basically slowly dying anyways.
Yeah.
So we were like, he's clearly in pain. We'd rather him not die in as much pain,
Yeah.
basically.
But the trickiest thing for me, or rather, no, actually, sorry, I've confused myself. It was tricky in the moment, but actually the thing that helped me was we all went to the vets pretty much,
Sounds
Paul.
except Dad, yeah.
Because he wasn't here, was he?
I can't remember actually.
I think he was in Manchester. or
Yeah, he
something.
was
Might have
away.
been
Yeah,
involved,
yeah. So otherwise, we all went to the vet, and it was tricky initially because everyone was breaking down a little bit,
I'm
especially
breaking down. Sorry.
obviously Mum and Tilly. Leo was as well, as was Max a little bit.
No, do you know what? They almost got me. It
This
wasn't
was the
even-
thing.
It wasn't. If I was in there with Curly alone, I'd have been like really, really sad. Gonna miss you. And then turn and see these two sobbing their eyes out. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's what gets me. When mum cries,
Yeah.
I cry.
Yeah,
It could be anything.
But I saw all of that, and I was close. That's a rarity, and people know that. I was close, and I looked around the room, and I went, I just need to not be a mess right now, because someone needs to not be a mess. And in a weird way, that actually helped me just rationalize it and focus on what was happening, because again, it kind of comes back to the point, you can't change the inevitable. It's devastating, it's life and or not life. But what you can do is find ways to both better yourself in getting stuck in with what is important, like supporting your family and like, you know, reconnecting with everyone and understanding where everyone's at so that you can help them. But in a weird way, that is then so rewarding that you almost, you know, gain something from that experience. And I'm not saying that you should always be trying to look at death and, you know, misery as an opportunity to gain something. But if you can figure out ways to find comfort in helping other people, that's just another way of coping. And it definitely helped me.
To sort of go back to what you're saying, and not to take it to too dark of a place, but the unfortunate reality is you are going to have a lot of people in your life die.
Yeah.
And so the quicker, I don't, it's hard for me to say, I'm not trying to rush anyone into being able to accept it, but the quicker you can come to terms with what that is, and obviously you're probably going to have someone die in your life first to be able to, you know, understand how to maneuver around that mentally. But the quicker you can do that, the more beneficial it will be for yourself and I think others in a situation of need, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But it's such a weird one, and you know, I don't know if you have any sort of final thoughts on it, but I just think that, again, my 2-step policy is, first of all, assess the situation, see where people are at. Second of all, bring light to it as quickly as possible. And maybe people will disagree with that, maybe people won't like that. And if you don't, I make an effort with everyone to understand how they feel about it before I start.
We're very much the type of family that at most of the funerals it will most likely be fancy dress. So it's that kind of vibe.
I want my funeral to be
I don't know
absolute
if
nightmare.
anyone can relate
involved.
to that. I'm so sorry if we can't in the chat, but like that is what it is. That's just the kind of people we're like.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, do you know what? I will say this, and I won't name names, but I went to, just because it's relevant, a friend's funeral, not a friend's funeral, a friend's mother's funeral not too long ago. And she chose for her song to, what was the song? It was This Girl Is on Fire. I think by, is that Alicia Keys?
It's something like that.
Someone like that. And that was the send off for her coffin to go
be
into
cremated.
the incinerator. And I was like, baller.
Yeah,
Utterly
it's just
baller.
funny. It's just
and
funny.
It got a few chuckles. It's a good note to go out on, and I totally respect it. It's not for everyone, but yeah, I think that's.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you prefer things to be brought lighter, or would you rather actually just sit with the?
Yeah, because our grandma's funeral was a rough time.
It was a bit rough. Yeah.
There were a lot of reasons for that, and we won't go too deep into it because I think it is always important for us to talk about things like this. But at the end of the day, we love laughing, we love comedy, and we love finding light in everything. And so it would be a little bit untrue to ourselves if we just sat here the whole time talking about really depressing things.
Obviously, that doesn't mean you go up to the coffin, go ha, and then walk off.
Yeah.
Not the best thing to do at a funeral. Keep respect.
Keep it classy.
Yeah, but like you can throw in a couple jokes for sure.
But what? So would
Not
you
when
say?
You're stood in the room when they're dying, by the way.
Very different though.
Yeah, that's
totally
a
different
whole
situation.
different scenario.
Bye. That would be awful.
Yeah, because Jungle Juice or whatever is so much better.
Yeah, but that was Curly. He doesn't understand what's going on.
Has that been addressed?
No, I don't think I don't know if we have said that, but when Curly was, maybe we have. Dobby's nodding his head. But when we gave Curly in basically to be dealt with by the vets, they did say that he would just be burnt with sort of a large set of animals that they collate, because it's obviously cheaper for them to do it that way, I suppose. So we were
talking about, because we've been given the formers for Curly, saying like, what do we want to have happen with him? So we ticked that we wanted his paw print.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about, they said, do you want ashes? Because paw print is, you didn't have to pay for that, I'm pretty sure. But if you wanted his
I don't think
ashes
so.
if you wanted his ashes separately, it was like kind of expensive.
And of course, Mum wasn't willing to spend. So
That's not true. It just felt that we
No, we
weren't going to
didn't-
do
we
anything
didn't
with it
want it,
anyway.
no.
So, like, he
But
could tell
then
us where he wanted them to go.
the joke was made that if we did get the ashes back, it would just be a jungle juice
Yeah.
of. Anyway,
we were gonna
moving
drink it.
swiftly
Yeah,
on.
so before you guys move on, I think we should wrap this segment up a little bit.
Yes, I
better
agree.
because-
It's been
yes.
very
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah, valid.
Grief is not easy. Like, you know, everyone deals with it differently, and there's no particular way of dealing with it. As much as you guys say that, you know, you guys deal with it in a more fun and more positive way, other
Yeah.
people may not. That may not be the right way for them to deal with it.
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
I've chat GPT'd some ways of dealing with grief. because
Perfect.
This guy right here is my savior for everything.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
hardly
useful.
Can relate.
It is pretty useful.
Here we go.
Honestly, this stuff is cheat codes. So yeah, it says here, give yourself permission to feel any sort of way you're feeling, whether that's sad, angry, numbness, or even laughter. It's all a part of grieving,
So sort of almost don't blame yourself for feeling
Yeah,
a certain way. Yeah.
of course. And then next it says, talk about it. Talk about it with your friends, family, a counselor. Saying their name and sharing memories can help. Keep the person. This is tough for me to read. This is not my strong point.
You're doing
Nah, it's all
great.
good,
You're
it's
doing
all good.
fantastic.
Say
I like the
their name.
last one. I was gonna say.
Huh?
I was gonna say I like the last one. I'm with that one. Definitely talking about it is ideal.
Sharing their name, sharing their memories
Yeah.
can keep the person close while also helping you process the loss.
So just to quickly chip in, what would we think? Because sometimes it just is how it is. But if you didn't feel like you had anyone that you could talk to about it, maybe a suggestion for that could be journaling about it. I know it's not.
This is where ChatGPT is always 2 steps ahead. It says, next up, find some outlets. Journaling, creative projects, walking, or other activities can help express what's hard to put into words.
Get Harvey in that laptop.
I know. My brain's switched on
You
today.
guys
What were you
had a
going to say, Till?
conversation.
Oh, I was just gonna say during Curly, I just like. It was to a private story, but I don't think anyone really watched it. But I did like videos and stuff, and I was just like basically talked about the day and talked about Curly.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
stuff.
And like you said, even if no one's seeing it, it's a release for you, so it kind of doesn't even matter. You're just kind of getting it out there, and if anyone does see it, great. If not, doesn't matter.
And it says here, keep some routine, small daily habits can help ground yourself when everything feels heavy. Lean on support. Don't feel like you have to carry everything alone, whether it's loved ones, support groups, or professional help. Having help and having people makes a difference.
I think, and that's really good. I think something to the second last thing that you said, which is almost the most important thing, and I'm a victim of this a lot of the time, is when something bad happens, I will just like completely switch off, drop routines, not necessarily like punish myself literally, but like not look after myself as well as I should be. And I think it's insanely hard to be disciplinary on yourself when you are going through something like that. But if there is anything you can do while you're grieving, it should be to try and look after yourself where possible, because you are not doing anyone or anything any favors by making it worse for yourself by getting out of eating habits or not sleeping enough or whatever it might be. And I know that's so easy to just say and tell people to do, and then another thing to actually do it. But if you can just empower yourself and try and find ways to push yourself harder because of it rather than go the other
Use
way.
it as ammo for sure. Use it as a driving force to what you do.
Make
Why
them
not?
proud,
Exactly.
whoever it was.
But yeah, overall, give it time. Grief doesn't really have an endpoint. It tends to soften with times, but moment of sadness still come around later. That's all natural.
Damn. Well, thank you, Dobby, for that. That
ChatGPT
was
coming in clutch.
genuinely
my
a good way
grief
to
is
recap.
Awful. I should start using that. I'm really bad at telling people things. Like a lot of people that I told about Curly, this is so awful. I started laughing.
Oh.
I can't.
As in, like,
do-
while you're giving
if I
them
don't
the...
laugh, I'll cry.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah.
and a lot of the time when I'm crying and someone asks what's wrong, I'll start laughing.
My cat died.
No, seriously, I can't. Like that is my way of like I'd rather me and everyone else be laughing
Yeah.
than me be crying and everyone else be like.
And I think that's where it comes from with us as well, is that in a weird way,
Not that I found it funny, by the way, obviously.
And I'm not saying that anyone likes making people feel uncomfortable, but I think we've all got a bit of a complex where if we were to break down in tears in front of someone, we wouldn't want them to feel bad about it in any way, shape or form. So we will restrict ourselves a little bit more, where maybe we shouldn't, because a lot of people are very understanding and want to help. But then on the other side of it, a lot of people do panic when someone starts crying in front of them, and it can be a very awkward situation. So like you say, it can be easier to laugh rather than cry, even though you don't necessarily mean that.
Because I've had a lot of people be like, you know, like it's not funny. And I was like, no, I know. I don't think it's funny. I just, do you know what I mean?
I'm coping.
Like, and because like I remember I told someone bad news and they were like, why are you laughing? Like, this is really serious. I was like, yeah, I know. They're like, are you good? I was like, yeah. Yes.
It's so tricky.
Please laugh with me.
Especially, and that's, I think people, if they can take anything away from it, if someone does come to you with information like that, you almost need to just drop your own opinion and just listen. If someone is a friend, a close friend, is confiding in you with something like that, my one piece of advice would never be to judge, unless they're saying something unreasonably bad.
Draw the line.
Yeah, but I think there's an obvious line to a certain extent to never judge how someone's reacting to something, because you could just never understand how it's going in their head, and that, you know, might be really useful for people in future.
Yes, everyone does deal with it differently, but I think the conversation should be moved on, as it's been at least 30 minutes on this topic.
Thank you very much, Dobby, for that. And actually, this moves us on nicely, because people who've been fans of the podcast for a while, first of all, thank you for anyone who's been watching us from day one, or however long you've been watching us. We appreciate it. And we're actually getting closer to 150,000 subscribers, by the way. So 10,000 away. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. We have never properly, other than once, had a segment for Tilly. And we've talked about it before. We want Tilly to keep us up to date on what's going on and, you know, what's important in your world. So I think we need like a Tilly's Trends segment.
Boy.
What?
She didn't like you flicking her, I don't think.
What?
Told you, road man.
What?
So what do you want? What do you want? All right, can we behave, please?
Well, that's embarrassing. You missed.
Yeah, all right, guys, for the love of God,
dislocate it again.
Please focus. Tilly, we need a name for your segment. Is it going to be like Tilly's Trends?
This girl is on fire.
No, please, not that. What?
Sorry, you got it stuck in my head now.
Sorry.
Do you have any ideas?
It's a good song.
Tilly's Trinkets.
That's actually kind of
No.
funny. Okay, never mind. You've been outvoted by Tilly. I'm happy to, if you want to leave it to the comments, maybe we'll say what the.
I suppose, but I'm trusting you guys.
Okay, so Tilly's going to have a look through this week's comments, and hopefully next week we'll have an answer for what this segment should be called. So
Okay.
please do leave a comment and let us know what you think.
You have to keep a promise to us to keep us up to date with the shit we're missing, because we're missing a lot.
Unk.
Stop calling me that.
You can't say you're missing a
right.
lot and then not accept that name.
What are we missing, Tills?
What's going on in the world?
First of all, what's her name? Venezuela Fury
Okay.
just got engaged. So Tyson Fury's daughter.
I'm happy for her.
She's 16.
Oh.
She just got engaged to a boxer. Actually, a
Okay.
boxer. I think her boyfriend's
At least
a boxer.
she's safe.
Well, have you seen her dad?
See, I'm not one to judge other people's cultures.
Are you not now?
I think anyone should.
I think
be-
our reaction might have just said completely differently, but
I think anyone should be happy at any point in their lives. However, if I must admit, if you were to turn around to me at 16
In
and
2
say,
years.
I've just been proposed to, I'd be immediately on a hunt.
that does change everything.
What if I'd already said yes?
The hunt will not stop.
I would, yeah.
Regardless of the yes.
I didn't even clock that that's only 2 years older than you,
Yeah.
which is troubling.
Guys, I'm getting married in 2 years.
No,
No.
I
You're
don't.
not.
I don't think so.
Not
But
that I have a say, but you're not. in my opinion,
He's
right,
back.
and this, I'm gonna yeah, where the fuck is that coming from? I'm gonna separate it from the situation because I really don't wish to judge their situation. I'm sure they're both very happy, and I'm sure they made whatever the right decision for
And also
them
possibly
was.
financially stable to be able to
There is
think
also
about
that,
stuff like that.
but my opinion is in no way have you lived enough of your life as an individual
You're
as a
giving
16-year-old.
Elsa right now.
Elsa?
Because like, you can't marry a man you've just met.
It's not about marrying a man you've just met. She might have known this bloke for, 8 years or so. I don't know.
Doth thou not believe in true love?
I'm sure there is true love out there.
Love at first
it's fucking
sight.
tricky to
I
I
find.
feel like
I'll
I
tell you
could
that.
get you on my side if I got engaged in 2 years. I could convince you to be.
I don't
yeah,
like
that's
that.
a good
That's how you
idea.
see my
you're
moral
weak.
compass. Is that I
No.
could just switch it?
No,
I
I,
could-
just think that you're very good at seeing both sides. He'd get a bit hot-headed and be like, right, he's gonna die.
I
What
believe
other
no.
side is there to
I
see?
believe in the ability to debate. I will always listen to any argument, and if someone convinces me, I will change my mind.
Well, that's sort of the page I'm on as well. Because I like I say with these guys, if
Your
they
mind
were
doesn't
to
get changed often.
no, but if no, because you've missed my standpoint in that I'd be upset about you as a 16-year-old if they've got valid reason of
Wait, we're
them
talking
being
about me.
16-year-old and married. Because I don't care about them realistically.
No, I said, yeah, we're talking about me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but with you, yeah, no, I'm not fucking changing my mind because it's you. You're my
Exactly,
sister.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I don't need to change my mind because I actively care and actively have a say and effect from that. I can see so many routes for that to go completely south and wrong and ruin your life and put you in such a bad position. Because first of all, weddings ain't cheap. So that's something that you're committing to already after, however many. You're not a smart enough individual as a 16-year-old to go, yes, I'd like a wedding. That's a fucking huge event that costs people
What about
close to hundreds
18?
of thousands. Huh?
About 18.
Stop!
Are you really okay? I'm so mixed on this actually because there are so many arguments to be had. One thing being that you can get engaged and then wait a while to get married.
You can.
And there are,
And if you're that committed to a person, fair fucks.
yeah.
Dobby, would you come to my wedding if I got married at 16?
That's a crazy question.
Well,
mean,
I'd
obviously
invite
he
you.
would, I would assume.
Yeah, if everyone's like, if
would
everyone's
be the-
going,
Wait, so wait,
That would be the
I need
ring
to know.
bearer.
If-
He's
if
not about to
Max
miss out on
and
the
Barbie didn't
function.
Go, would you go?
what? This is no, I no comment. I'm staying out of this
If
one.
I invited you, but they both turned it down, and would you say yes?
But this is all hypotheticals here. We can.
Would you
Yeah,
stick
so
with
just
would you stick
answer
with
them.
us or would you
Yeah.
would you revolt?
I would just. I don't know. You've caught me off guard here a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
So you wouldn't come, basically.
Yeah, probably not.
Damn.
I did also just Google, and it's not legal for English and Wales for people to get married under the age of 18.
Oh,
So
really?
You'd be a criminal, and I don't like to be
Oh.
these kinds of criminals.
So maybe these guys do have to wait. Unless they do it in a different country, they probably
it's-
do have to
they can
wait
do it in
until they're
Scotland.
18.
So wait,
Or
if
Northern
they
Ireland.
come to England, are they married?
Well, I actually don't know. I think yes, because so long as your marriage exists in one country,
Just
it
trying to figure
doesn't
this
really
out.
matter. It would technically their marriage would, I guess, if they got married like next year, would be void or just not even possible to actually confirm until they're 18, if that is how the law works. I really am too ill-informed
Well, I
on
guess
this
I'll
to
have
know.
to decide where I want to get married at 16 then.
She's really stuck on this.
Please just don't, because I promise you, not that I've done, loads and loads of thought into this, but kids are not smart enough to figure out their lives and how they want to progress. Unless they have loads of money behind them, fine, fair enough. Do whatever the fuck you want at that point. Doesn't matter. But people that need to think about what they're going to do in life and how they can fulfill their life to their best ability, I'm not going to lie, you don't need someone else to deal with at the age of 16. Relationships are cool, whatever. If that's what you want to do, get learning experience. But realistically, most young relationships don't play out, unfortunately. There are some that do, and fair play to them. But
So where's the wedding?
I would say I really want to go to Hawaii.
Okay. I can see you having a Hawaiian wedding, actually. That's very
Yeah.
you. Yeah. I'd like that. Actually,
It's
I'd
a
go.
very mum thing to do as well. I mean, she already had hers in Italy. So
Oh,
she
that
can't
was
really do
baller
it
though.
again,
So if I
but-
got married at 16 and it was in Hawaii, would you come?
No.
I'd go to Hawaii.
And you would come with the wedding, but maybe you wouldn't attend the actual wedding day.
That's how I feel. Of course, jokes aside, it's funny that we've actually done this before, but the other way around. I would go to your wedding regardless. I just think that, jokes aside, you're too like us to ever want to marry that young. I think.
Yeah, and I don't want to have kids either, so there's not really much
Ever?
rush. No.
Well, that's a development. Mum's not going to be pleased.
Yeah, but she's 14. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but hear me out, okay? If I want to do social media, that will be probably from now to like 20s, 30s. If I wanted to do West End or something, that will probably be like 30s, 40s. By then it's too late to have a kid.
Okay, that's interesting.
There's no good
think
time.
I think that, and this depends on where your values are, I guess. But I think science will be at a point where you might be all right anyway,
Yeah.
potentially, because
Yeah.
we're kind of already getting there in terms of you can kind of have a kid
You'd definitely, and you already actually are. I mean, surrogate pregnancies are a thing. So if you did get to a point where you're like, oh, you want a kid, and you can freeze eggs, and then they put them inside someone else, and then also do the chemical reaction. I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't want a kid old. If I had one, I'd want one young. Like, not young, but
Okay.
like...
Well, people
Yeah.
make it work, and it's interesting to watch all these different celebrities now
Old
who
people
we
have nothing to do.
Yeah, but then when my kid is like 20, I'm going to be like 80, and then when they're having kids, I probably might not even meet them.
But look at like Justin Bieber. He's just had a kid. He's pretty busy.
Yeah, but he's the guy.
Yeah, of course. But if your career is going in the direction that you think it might be, yes, you will have to make a decision on whether or not you have time for a child, especially
I
as
don't
a
think
mother.
I give mother.
Not right now, no.
Certainly.
No.
Well,
no, how I felt recently, no, not at all.
I would actually
What?
argue
What have I done to
otherwise.
you?
No, nothing. I was
You-
joking.
Oh.
You and mum are too alike for you to not feel a bit like a mum sometimes. There are times where you're having a go at me and I'm like, you need to take a step back,
But that's not mum.
not Sarah.
That's not a mum. I'm not being your mum in that situation, am I?
Sometimes you try and mum me.
I've never mummed you. When have I mummed you?
Yeah, you've tried it.
You father me, so don't even go
That's
there.
very true. That's very true. But you're shit, so I
I wouldn't have that.
gotta try where I can.
When have I ever mothered you?
You certainly tried to with some of the lingo and also the amount that you call me love. I'm not a huge fan on
That was funny.
because I know you enjoy it, so I accept it. But you know,
It's just funny though, isn't it? Because you're old. I call you love because you're old,
oh right, okay.
not because I look at you as my kid.
I suppose that does change my opinion slightly. That actually makes it funnier, funnily enough.
I do understand your argument though for not wanting to have kids because there's going to be a lot going on. I mean, especially we're all three of us are currently going to be doing a fair bit of touring. It seems, especially next year with the podcast. We've already got a tour planned. That's very exciting. And if you didn't know about that, by the way, please make sure you get tickets. There's only a few left. We've been unbelievably overwhelmed with how well the tickets have been selling. We're going to Dublin, Glasgow, Birmingham, Bristol, Manchester, and London. And if you want to get, and did I not say Glasgow?
I don't think you did.
Hey, we're going to all those places, and
listening.
they probably flashed it up on the screen anyway. So
And there's a link in the description if you do want to get tickets and come and see us live. It is going to be so much fun. We've already done 2 live shows and had a whale of a time. So yeah, please make sure that you do come and see us there if you want to.
what is to have a whale of a time? What is to wail?
A whale
big.
is big. Oh my gosh.
Yes, but
A big good time. A lot of good time.
Big.
no, but
We're gonna have big good time, everyone.
This is where
Come see us on
This is where
tour.
I take issue with that because yes, whale is big, but to have a big time,
Big.
Or is it?
There is no good when you say whale
I
of a
think
time.
Dobby's
Can
got
can
this.
you search the phrase "whale of a time"?
It might be
I think
W.
you just-
It might be
AIL.
AIL, and that changes everything.
Because that makes a little bit more sense.
Wait, what
To have a whale of a time.
do you
Just
think
search
it
it.
is? No, I've typed in it to have a whale of a time. Whale spelled WHALE.
Okay, so
It means to have
animal.
a really fun, enjoyable, or exciting experience.
Yeah.
like saying, I had such a great time.
Yeah, but I don't understand how we've decided that whale means that.
I feel like this is incredibly unimportant.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much
I think you should do the
but
comment
it's
shout
something
out.
I've always wanted to know.
Well, maybe it's something that goes unanswered.
Well, anyway, many happy returns to Venezuela and her partner. Just to circle back to that, because that was
Yeah.
how we got there. Was that all you had for us this week on trending? Was there anything else?
There is this other trend, and there's two.
Oh,
One of them is that dance where it's like 5, 5, 9, I'm talking, but the girl
Oh,
won't dance.
yeah.
You don't like that one, do you?
well, everyone on
It's
a
a
live
dance
stream
on TikTok.
was asking me to do it, and I didn't know what it was, so I looked
Oh,
it up and I
don't.
went, well, now I feel attacked.
Also, they're not dancers, guys. Don't
Yeah,
ask
you
them
will
to do
never see me
dances.
doing anything like that.
So that dance,
Mm.
and then have you heard the sounds like the sugar on my tongue?
Tyler, the Creator,
tongue,
banging tune.
tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing like, it's. I heard you describe it as this, so I'm
I
gonna
have
use
seen
it.
these, to be fair. I'll admit to having slightly pitched this, but people are doing such weird thirst traps
Yeah.
to that sound. Like it's
But like
most
they,
of them are just
basi-
licking their face a few times and
No,
then like
basically they open their fridge
yeah.
and like the phone's in their fridge, and some of them have like cake or something, and then they like
sugar
like
on my
icing.
and it will repeat 3 times.
goes
Like the same
tongue,
clip will
tongue.
on that word.
Okay, I understand that. But
And
you
then-
said licking their face.
And then
No,
your
you're just being
body, it's
dramatic.
like thirst trapping.
You're just
Like
being dramatic.
I embellished it, but it's like my body is like
Oh.
like yeah, you know what I mean? Like that. I can't do it. I can't thirst trap. Don't. But that's exactly what I'm saying. Is like it's-
Harvey, don't
contact
even
when he
make
did
that
it.
reaction because you would definitely do that.
I made eye contact with him when he did it.
that's weird. I didn't make eye contact with you, so I don't know who you were looking at.
I don't know, I was just looking directly at you, and it genuinely
Right.
sent like a shock down my spine.
Don't you think that's
Right.
something Harvey would do?
No!
The thirst
Yeah.
trapping, yeah.
What?
If he didn't have me, he'd be all over that shit. I'm the one keeping him in check on that, yeah.
sound
Can I get
Yeah.
like a
He'd
ref
be on
or
that.
something? What the?
No, if I
Come
wasn't
on,
here
Dobby.
telling you look like a knob, you'd be all over that.
No,
You
I
know
wouldn't.
it.
Yeah, sick.
I
look
just
sick.
posted a video
Yeah, I'll post that.
rating roller coasters.
Yeah, and
Are
your,
you
all
seeing
your
that
photos.
same guy?
Do you know when I
It's
see
a
your
picture,
photos,
Tills. It's a picture.
I'm just a bit like, oh, like scroll past it. Do
picture.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I do feel
I
bad?
just
It's
feel
a,
like-
it's a gateway picture.
Do you know-
It's
yeah,
getting,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
getting you into those.
Yeah,
if you took those
yeah,
pictures
yeah.
further, we give you a bit of grief for the pictures, but I'll let you have it because it's a picture.
And it won't go any further than that. The thing I do feel bad about is if I'm posting like a dump and it starts with that picture and I've tagged anyone in it, because all they're seeing is the first photo
You, your top off.
when I tagged them, and
Exactly.
I'm probably thinking, why? why am I tagged?
Thank you,
in
Harvey.
this? Yeah. So sorry if that's ever happened to you. But can we move on?
You can do a comment shout if you want. I quite enjoyed that actually.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I like Tilly's segment.
Yeah, that'll hopefully stay.
Thanks.
So for anyone who doesn't know, each week we do a comment shout out for anyone who has commented on the last video. So
Holy up.
if you want one in the next one, make sure you leave a comment. You can ask a question, you can say something you enjoyed about the podcast, or you can just
Yeah,
share
yeah,
something interesting.
I had itchy
yeah,
eye.
yeah.
Are you saying I'm yapping? I'm doing a necessary bit, Tills.
Holy
It doesn't happen
up.
often. All right, anyway, this week's don't even fucking think about. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that felt
I didn't do
Good.
anything wrong.
No. Diz Finds and Designs says, "Hey 13 again, my name is Amber. I've been watching your pod just over a year and I love it. It's my favorite thing to look forward to on a Saturday at 8. So thank you so much for that. Last year, I decided to create my own YouTube account as you inspired me to share what I love. Awesome, by the way. Huge win.
What do you love?
I create Disney content as she's Diz Finds and Designs
It's like I'm talking to her.
on YouTube and Instagram, but mainly recently new to YouTube.
And what does she talk about?
Wait, are there any pointers that you would give for anyone like me who's still learning? I use a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 vlogging camera. If you have any advice on creating content or even just how to be more confident when using a vlog camera, I'd be very grateful. Thanks for reading my question. P.S. Tilly, I also think dance is a sport.
In your next video, open with your 3 favourite slurs.
No, bad,
Okay.
wrong, bad.
It's just a pitch.
Don't.
We're just brainstorming.
This wasn't a good brainstorm.
Fine.
Tills.
What?
Thoughts? You much of a vlogger? No.
No.
You might not be the most useful, but
No,
I
not
feel
at
like
all.
she does want to hear something from you. So is there any
I'm really
advice?
sorry.
Is there any advice you could give maybe just on being confident about something that you want to talk about?
Be passionate. I don't know.
Stellar stuff.
Albert Einstein over
Good
here,
writer.
fellas.
No, but it's a harsh thing to just throw onto you because she didn't know this question beforehand. I did give it a bit of
More
a
passion,
thing.
more drive.
I
More
actually
passion, more passion.
reposted
more energy,
something
more-
recently, and it sounds like Amber's already got a pretty good grasp on it anyway. But I saw this thing, and it's really simple, but I was just like, you know what, I'm going to repost it because it's cool. It literally said something along the lines of, stop trying to be cool, get excited about the thing that you like, because I need to read the proper thing because the actual end of it is the best bit. Give me 2 seconds to find it. So it said, life hack, stop trying to be cool, be nerdy and obsessive about the things you love. Enthusiasm will get you farther than indifference. And that last bit is a really important thing because genuinely, and I don't have any worry that Amber's doing this, but if you spend your life both worrying about what people will think or even, you know, what you should think and shouldn't think is cool, you're never going to go anywhere.
A
You're just
really
gonna-
interesting thing to sort of, because it has been said within that, but I want to say it even further, is actually typically people that think they're cool are majoritively, and this defines them as not cool, by the way, are majoritively the people that have the most problems with other things.
Mhm.
Like, genuinely, the people that I've met that clearly think they're fucking sick and that this is the only thing that could possibly be, you know, conceived as either, whether it be entertainment, their favorite artist or whatever, they are the ones that are actively shitting on other things.
And if you see something that you don't like, I think this is a good way to go forwards in life. Rather than going, oh my God, that's terrible, I hate that. If you can just try and understand why someone else likes it and go, well, I like this. Like let's say, I don't know, someone's obsessed with jelly cats, right? As an example. So, we need a brand deal, guys, at this point. But I will always go, well, I don't get why anyone would want to collect that many jelly cats and have like a full collection. But here I am wanting to go on every single ride in the world. And, you know, that's something that I love and I'm obsessed with. So I can understand why someone else would have that same level of obsession with that. So it's not a problem. It's, you know, why would I get confused or weirded out or judge it when it's someone else's passion?
What's your favourite thing ever?
Oh, ever?
Ever?
Wait, what's yours?
Music.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your? Oh,
Well, I think you
don't
would,
answer that.
yeah,
I already know.
music and roller coasters.
No, you only get one.
Lying. Roller coasters, then music. He's got bad priorities.
You only-
No, that's not true at all.
You only get one.
I absolutely love music.
You only get one.
Dude, I think I have spent more time in my life on music than I have on roller coasters, just for the record. It's
I'll
close.
believe
You only
you.
get
I'll
one.
believe you.
It's close, but it is true.
You only get one.
Musicals is yours.
How's musicals mine?
Because it's all
You
you,
didn't
talk
answer
about.
yours.
Yeah, how did you decide for her?
Well,
and
because
not
she's
answer
because
yours
she's taking
properly?
her sweet
No,
time.
You are a
you
little
haven't
bit, you are a
answered
little
yours.
bit.
You get
I've
one.
got
need to pick
I've
one.
got two answers, and if you're going to judge me, then you guys are the villains.
No, we're not judging you. It's just like it's like when
Pick
it's like when someone says,
one.
"Would you rather go to the future or the past?" You're like,
All right.
well, both.
Well,
I'd like to go both.
Do you know?
Like,
Do you know what?
that's
Do you know what? It's devastating because I could have answered this in one foul swoop, but it doesn't exist anymore. It's the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. It used to have music while you went round on a roller coaster, and it was one of my favorite rides ever. Roller coaster enthusiasts hated it because they hated the layout and everything like that. But I was like, I don't care, music and roller coaster, let's go! Like that's awesome. But they tore it down.
Anyway, Tilly's favourite thing ever.
Being in musicals,
There you go. Performing.
performing.
Yeah.
No, but like not just performing, like just standing and singing, like being in a musical, like
Yeah.
Chitty or Matilda.
Oh, okay. Only those.
Those are my favourites.
All right. And then just
That's
to
called a
quickly circle back on Amber's thing again, because we somehow digressed from that. A bit of camera advice for someone who wants to
I
vlog.
do that.
Because Dobby is here and present.
There you have a good choice. The DJI Osmo is a great camera. DJI sponsor me, please.
Dobby's just trying to get
No,
brand
valid.
deals.
No.
Now he's on camera.
Okay, gotta respect the host.
No,
But,
wait, go ahead.
yeah, it's a good camera. It's annoyingly good. That's how I feel about it. It's
Okay.
like so little, so it makes the workflow pretty efficient.
Yeah.
I would say get into the habit of just like speeding up your workflow, whether that means using little shortcuts for cutting and editing. Honestly, like being able to just power through and edit and get it done and out of the way it feels good to have that sort of whittled down to us.
So almost like spending time practicing the different editing techniques and stuff.
It's just like,
I think so many people overlook that. I think you're so right.
Like with this podcast, when I first started it, I edited it in a way that took me like a day or sometimes more than a day, because I'd go in and manually change every camera angle. Now I have a little plug-in that helps me speed things up, cutting it in half, and then that means I have another half a day to do other stuff as well. So
Thank you very much, Dobby. That is very good advice and a great way to wrap up this episode, because that is just about all we have time for, which is a sentence I struggle with daily. And if you did want to know what is going on in the members episodes, we've been having some real fun episodes recently. So we thought we'd show you just a quick teaser in case you're on the fence about becoming a member. Here's what happened last week.
1, 2, 3.
10. Thank you for a lovely game of fives.
Fucking let's go, Tills. You just celebrated.
You did just celebrate, unfortunately.
No, but you hit mine.
yeah.
This person said, I was VIP at the show.
This family, man.
I want to play more games.
Yeah.
She's like this off
Informed.
camera as well. She's honestly the worst.
she just looked at me the other day
Don't
and
even
went,
mess with me, buddy.
"Shut up, broke boy."
Yeah.
That's what
Be
she
so
said to me.
for real right now.
Until he just throws wads of cash at
Yeah.
people, be like,
Be so
Fix
for real.
it. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe because it helps us monumentally, and hype the video as well if you get the chance. If you see the hype button, hype us up, and hopefully we'll be able to do more tours around the world in future if we get popular enough. And now all we have left is, of course, Tilly's moment.
what we got?
This is you had time this week to think about it. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Now I feel bad. What a lovely moment. There's
That's a
Curly.
shit moment. She
No.
didn't do anything. She just whipped up a picture.
You're not allowed to. He's a great guy.
I love
Okay.
that guy. Thank you for the whistle. The whistles, mate, sweeten the deal.
See you next week.